Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to Coffee, Tea, You and Me. We are coming to you live from the host hotel of my 40th high school reunion. That's right, the big 4-0. Our high school reunion is here in Oxon Hill, Maryland, and I'm coming to you live from the Harborside Hotel, the Portage Lounge of the Harborside Hotel. This is actually the first time I've done this broadcast outside of my normal location. And guess what? Next week, we're doing it again. Next week, I'll be in a conference in South Carolina, and it's going to be a beautiful conference, a beautiful opportunity. If you could come, check out my LinkedIn page, my Facebook page. I've announced it all over, that kind of good stuff, so you guys can see what's coming up, what we're doing. There are a phenomenal amount of things we are doing right now. Uh, Last week came off a celebration of my 29th wedding anniversary. This week, we're going into my 40th high school reunion. I've got several series of our famous special Inside the Business Mind that'll be coming out with some heavy hitters that you guys, I'm looking forward to introducing you all to some of the talent that we recruited and interviewed over the last couple of days. And you're going to love seeing them and being connected to them, and we have an opportunity to share with them. So watch out for Inside the Business Mind. Obviously, our shows, all of our shows are always broadcast live on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Sometimes Instagram, depending on what the day looks like. But Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube, we always make sure we hit those. And so this broadcast is being live. If you want to subscribe to us, definitely go on one of those channels, Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Subscribe, look at the show notes. We'll tell you how to get there. And please subscribe to all of our episodes. You can go back with any episodes that you love. Watch your favorite episodes. We do this every Friday. And I have to thank some of the special people that make this possible for me. If it wasn't for my connections with the Phi Beta Sigma fraternity, which is my good brothers, and the Bigger and Better Business Program, this channel wouldn't get anywhere near the support that it gets. I really appreciate the brothers for making this and folding this into our Bigger and Better Business Program. Every Friday, we do broadcasts to share opportunities and ideas with entrepreneurs and business leaders to move them forward. Today is no different. Our special topic that we've been working on for the last 11 weeks now. I think it's 11 weeks. We've been working on benefits, benefits, benefits. And really, this is coming from a training program that I put together that really helps to create an idea of a synergy between the benefits you need, the benefits you offer, the benefits that are available, and things that you need to do in order to move yourself forward, move your company forward, move other people around you forward. You need to understand what I call benefits speak, right? You need to know how to speak to the benefits that you offer, not just the facts or the features that you offer in any program or anything that you, as a leader or as an entrepreneur. Yes, there are facts and features, there's skills, there's capabilities that you have, things that you grab and hold dear. These are all important ideas and concepts, but nothing is more important than the benefits that you deliver and how those benefits are being received. So that's what this whole topic's been about. This week, we're going to take a deep dive into a very, very special area of benefits. We're going to talk about principles. What are True North principles and how they work and how they help you, guide you, and direct you in the proper directions that you need to go. We're going to talk about principles versus values, how you make the difference, because they both guide and direct your behavior, right? But principles are a little different than values. We're going to talk about that principle value connection. We're going to talk also about the 6 benefits that are offered directly from one of my favorite groups is the Roundtable. My partner Darren and I put this together years ago to help entrepreneurs and business leaders learn how to focus, learn how to directly impact leaders, and how to make sure that they're doing the best they can possibly do when it comes to understanding the art and the science of networking. Lastly, we're going to get into my favorite topic, which is the big question. The big question that every leader should ask. Now, you guys know the rules when you're playing with me. Everything we do is business friendly. When it comes to Coffee Tea, You and Me, Inside the Business Mind, any of the programs that I offer, any of the lectures or webinars and seminars that I put together, everything is always going to be business friendly because we're a business friendly guy. I'm a business friendly person. I love small businesses, helping them grow, helping them think better, helping them strategize, helping them find those moments where they need to shine and find the excellence that they need to touch so that they can be the best they possibly can be. As a coach, that's my job, is to help people find that opportunity to continue to be better, 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 better than they were the day before. And I love it. I love it. So if anybody wants to take me up on any of the coaching opportunities right now, we're running a special in the month of October. It's half off of everything, half off the speakers' fees, half off of coaching assignments, half off of special products and services that we offer, advertising a lot of our programs. Everything's half off in October. So if you want to take advantage of that, you can hit me up with the number below. Let's get started on today's program. Today's program is super, super special. As I said earlier, we're going to be talking a lot about how benefits affect us personally. How do we share them? How do we talk about them? How do we enjoy them, and all kinds of good stuff. And I said we're going to talk about True North principles. We're going to talk about principles versus values. We're going to talk about the 6 valuable benefits that we offer. We're going to talk about the big question that leaders need to be able to answer all the time. And I'm going to start right there. Where's the big question? What is that question? What is it that leaders need to ask themselves all the time to make sure that they're in proper alignment with all their activities, all their thoughts, and all their actions? Does anybody know? If you think you have an idea what the big question is that leaders should be asking themselves, put comments in the chat. I want to see what you're thinking about. I want to hear what you're thinking about, and feel free to answer the question and do what you need to do to get there. I'm checking my messages because there is a lot of people who are trying to find me right now live because I'm on the planning committee for a reunion, and I'm holed up in a little hole in the background. So I'm trying to text them and talk to you guys at the same time. In any case, what is the question that leaders have to ask? What is the big burning question? To me, that question is simple. It is, what is the benefit alignment to everything that you say and do as a leader in your business, in your organization, in your home? What is the alignment between the benefits that you want people to receive and the actions and the attitude and the thought process that you move things forward? I promise you, if you want people to receive certain benefits, then you have to act according to that alignment. If you find yourself outside of that alignment, you're going to create a lot of problems. You're going to create a lot of drama and a lot of trauma around you. And you don't want that. You don't want people to feel like they're not heard. You don't want people to feel like it doesn't matter, whether they come or go. You don't want them to feel like, they don't belong. And you don't want them to feel like there's no connection between what you're doing and what they're receiving in terms of benefits. Now, we talked earlier about what benefits are. And it's really, again, not the facts or the features of your business or your organization. Benefits are what people receive, how they feel when it's all said and done. When you're finished doing the things that you're doing, how do they receive that information? How do they receive that service? How do they receive what you intended for them to receive in order for them to grow, in order for them to be better, in order for them to share, in order for them to find opportunities for themselves? What do they do, and how do they get there? I will tell you, when you get this right, there's an absolute alignment between your thoughts, your actions, and the benefits that people receive. And there's clarity. There's no question about what it is you're trying to do, how you're trying to do it, what does it mean, who's the value, and how they're going to judge or understand what value is. That is clear. Now, when you're really good, you can speak to the benefits that you offer. You can guarantee the benefits that you offer, and you can back it up, right? So you can guarantee it, and you can make a promise and back it up, right? So what do I mean by that? Everybody knows, in terms of working with me, that I have a 100% success track record. Means every client I work with wins their version of whatever the Super Bowl is for them. As a coach, my job is to put the best players on the field and give them the right instruction, the right information, everything they need to be successful. And that's exactly what I do 100% of the time. I've been doing this for 25 years. So there's some skills that I got in my back pocket that I can guarantee you I'm going to put it on a high level because that's what's going to be needed in order to accomplish that and keep my winning record. So I don't like to lose. I like my clients to lose, and I sure don't like my clients to lose when I can help them win. Now, there are a couple of things that I got to do before I can engage with someone really and put them in a situation where they can win, right? I have to make sure that they're capable of winning. Right, so there's a series of questionnaires and a series of ideas and concepts I'm going to put in front of them, and I'm going to, give them a couple quick tests, to see where they are, take a temperature of the room, and to see where they are in terms of their capabilities. But I'm also going to see where they are in terms of their ideas and concepts of what winning looks like for them. And to the extent that I can see them using the tools and strategies that I've already created to get there, then I'm going to engage with them in that way. And I know for a fact they're going to win. So I can offer them a 100% money back guarantee. Oh, yeah, it's that good, right? When you know you got it and you know you're doing that you're going to do the thing that you say you're going to do, and you can make it without a question. If you looked at my third party influence, right, my endorsements, my testimonials, my recommendations, you can look all over LinkedIn, the website, whatever you want to look at, and you're going to find that there are hundreds of people who validate my programs, my systems, my strategy, my character, everything you need to know that I don't play around when it comes to excellence. I don't play around when it comes to dealing with and coaching and developing winners. Right, that's important to me because again, my brand, my reputation is important to me. So I make sure that I'm always working with the right kinds of people. I'm discerning in that way. Right, I make sure that before I engage, before I put somebody on the field, that they've got what it takes to be what they need to do and to print what they need to create. So that's thing number one. You got to make sure you know how to answer that question. It takes a little bit of work, but you got to get those answers because when you get those answers and you know for a fact what you can offer, you know what the qualities are you bring to the table, and you know how people will receive it and benefit from it, and you can articulate that brilliantly. The next question is, why aren't you doing it? Right? You got to get it done. So the big question, are you in alignment? Are your principles and values and guidance that you offer and talk to people about in alignment with your actions? That's the big question. Next thing I want to talk to you about is you start thinking about that big question. You got to understand the principles that guide your industry, your business, and finally your own person in your character, right? There are principles that if you embrace the principles, um, they'll always work, right? The thing about a principle is it's like a rule. If you do this, then the principle will kick in and this will happen. If that's not a guarantee, this will happen as a result of this principle, then it's not a principle. Right? That's your first hint to the next section we're going to talk about. So think about what is a principle that guides and directs your industry, your organization, um, everything, right? I will tell you there's no such thing as a good coach that doesn't know how to listen, that doesn't have the reflective listening skills, that doesn't have that active listening skill, doesn't have the ability to really empathize with people that they're working with and talking to. Without the ability to empathize, right? It's impossible to have someone else feel understood. This is the principle, right? If you don't can't give people the feedback they need to help them understand that you understand them, then there's no way your coaching is going to be effective because they don't believe that you understand them. So why should they follow what you say and do? And even if they follow what you say and do, if they don't truly believe that you understand them, then they can't really dedicate their whole self to the ideas and the concepts that you're going to print out. Because in the back of their mind, they're going to be thinking, this might not work. I shouldn't commit everything to this because this might be something I might try something else. I'm not really all in. Even though I'm going to do it, I'm not doing it with a full heart. I'm not doing it with a full engagement, right? This is a principle, right? Empathy literally is what's needed to create understanding. Without empathy, there's no understanding. There's no value proposition. There's no movement forward. There's no true connection. Empathy is required. And so if you're not an empathetic person, and I don't mean sympathy, I mean empathy. If you're not an empathetic person and you're trying to help someone move the needle in their life, help them someone move forward, help someone grow, build their character, their competence, their abilities, you got nothing coming if you don't truly understand them. That's why it's important to have that human dynamic. You can't be, when you're trying to help somebody else, you can't be so far above them that you don't have an understanding of them and they don't have an understanding of you. Right? You have to be a real human being that puts your pants on one leg at a time. You have to be that kind of your character has to be beyond reproach, but also connectable, right? So there's another principle. If people can't connect to you, can you offer anything meaningful to them? Right? It's important. You got to be able, that's another principle. You got to be able to connect. You got to be able to connect in order to offer anything meaningful. If you can't develop that connection, then you got nothing common, right? But principles are like this. They always work in every environment. They always have, and they always will. Whether you use them, somebody else uses them, or somebody else embraces them, whatever, it doesn't make a difference. They're there before you, and they will be there after you. How are you going to get somebody to trust you if you're a liar? If you're known to be a liar, then you're known to be untrustworthy. You're not known to be trustworthy. You're known to be a liar. So what's the principle here? If you continually lie in the environment that you're in, nobody's going to believe you. That is a fact, right? That's not even a question. Is that going to happen? It doesn't mean that you don't have honor or integrity or anything. It just means you're a liar. And liars can't be trusted. It's a principle. I didn't make it up. Don't shoot me. I didn't make it up. This is why I tell people all the time. Don't fake it till you make it. Because faking is lying. You're putting forth a perception that you have some competency, some character, some development, some opportunities or whatever, but you don't really. So you're faking it. That's maximum low integrity. That's principle. Principle is, as Dr. Covey used to teach us all the time, is the basic rule, the basic foundational guideline in every industry, in every business, in every relationship. There are principles that govern. And when you break a principle, there's always a consequence. Always, always, always. It's like the principle of gravity. Try to just jump and stay in the air and see what happens. I promise you, you're coming back down. As long as you're within Earth's atmosphere, you're coming down. Jump off a building, see what happens. You're going down, right? So again, all principles act just like that. If you try to break them, they can't be broken. So that's the difference between principles and values. Let's talk about that. Principles are governing ideas and concepts that are there before you, there where you're there, they're after you. They never change. They're always the same. Values, however, values can be interpreted. Values you can select and choose, right? You get to choose the values that you operate under. You don't get to choose the principles. Principles are there whether you know them or not, whether you understand them or not, they're there. But values, you get to choose. You get to select the values that you're going to hold dear, the values that are going to be most meaningful to you. Values are super personal. Once you select them values, I promise you this, it's hard, and you start to govern and pattern and principle your life based on those values, it's very difficult for you then to act outside of those governing values, because those governing values are how you operate, or how you run your life, and how you do the things that you do. And to the extent that you're in touch with your governing values, to the extent that you understand your governing values, in fact, I would suggest you write them down, you test them, you ask questions of other people. Listen, when you see me, when you hear from me, what are you looking forward to most often? What are you understanding most often? What values do you see me bringing to the table? check to see if your values are showing up without you talking about them. And if they're not showing up without you talking about them, maybe you should start talking about it and then start acting on it, because you're going to find the environment that you create um, will be very reactive to the values that you uphold and the values that you practice and the meaning that you bring to the table when it comes to them. All right. I think you understand the difference between principles and values. Let's go to one of my favorite topics, which is the round table. I created the round table with my buddy Darren Marcourt with an idea in mind that we wanted to teach people how to network. We wanted to teach people how to use networking as a tool to create win-win resources and opportunities. Whether it doesn't matter whether the person is sort of higher than them on the socioeconomic ladder or lower than them on the socioeconomic ladder. Everybody's human being, and there are certain things that if human beings experience, they're going to understand and use. And so it's important, as long as everybody has a brain, everybody has these same feelings, these same processes, and they will always work towards us. So I started looking for the principles, the values that a great networker had to have. And I came up with three. There's tons more than three, right? But let's say we came up with the top three. We wanted to focus and pattern the roundtable behind. And so after years of research and really thinking about it and asking other people and getting advice from and reading tons of books, we came up with these three core values that we hold dear in the roundtable. And these three core values, as my father called them, I hate to put them on voicemail, but you guys, that's just the way it is. Dad, I'll call you back. Okay. So anyway, what's important to know about the core roundtable benefits is they come out of the principles that we hold dear in the roundtable. And what are those principles? Communication, encouragement, and collaboration. We know that if you were to ever become a masterful networker, these core values, right, you must embrace. You must embrace them and you must understand them and you must you must hardwire them into your DNA. What we didn't know is all the benefits that would come out of teaching these core values to the members of the roundtable. We just knew it would work, right? Because these are the values that we were willing to govern ourselves by. We're not going to do anything if we can help it that's going to make communication difficult or communication uneasy, because when communication doesn't work right, there's mismanaged expectations. When there's mismanaged expectations, people get hurt, and people get hurt. Next thing you know, you got a hurt factory going on. You got an organization that's full of pain and suffering and anguish, and not one that's full of enlightenment and broader opportunities and so on. So we knew we had to really stand on that communication value, and everything that makes communication go wrong, we don't do. Everything that makes communication go right, we do those things. And if anybody has a better idea of how we should do the things we're doing, and it's going to help us be better communicators, we take a serious look at it and see if we can adopt it. Right? The next value we have at the roundtable is encouragement. No one wants to come to a meeting, no one wants to be involved with an organization or group where they feel discouraged, right? No one wants to be around a group of people who are negative ninnies and they don't have anything positive to say, and the world's coming down, everything's falling apart, and it's all everybody's against me, blah blah blah. Nobody wants to be a part of a crybaby group. So we created a group. Every single week, entrepreneurs and business leaders can get together every single Tuesday afternoon, share ideas in a positive light, create opportunities, generate more light and more positivity and more support than ever before anywhere they've ever seen in their lives. Now, that's a big, bold claim, but we make it true every single Tuesday because we're intentional about encouragement. We're intentional about creating an environment where people feel welcome, warm, and nobody feels put upon or like they're less than or don't belong there. No, no, no. Everybody gets to play with us at the round table. So we're an encouraging organization. We're encouraging. We're not exclusive. You want to look us up? Look us up. We're on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. You can look us up. Come on by and join the crew. every Tuesday afternoon, entrepreneurs are getting together to discuss the most amazing topics and the most amazing things. The next value of the roundtable, I said communication, I said encouragement. It's collaboration is the next one. Probably one of the most important one, definitely one of my favorite, is the ability to work with other people means that you can get so much more done than either one of you could by yourselves. Right? The sum of the whole is greater than its parts. There's a reason why that statement exists. There's a reason why that opportunity to invite people working with people. The more people you get to work with successfully, is a multiplier effect. You can do tons more than you can ever do. This is a world where 1 plus 1 doesn't equal 2. 1 plus 1 could equal 5 or 6, and 2 plus 7 could equal 14 or 27 or 37. There's a multiplier effect. We're not talking about when we bring people together. We're not talking about adding. We're talking about multiplying. Right? So bring people together who are synergistic, who are smart, intelligent, right-minded, love working with each other, passionate about what they do. Magic happens when you can do that well. Creating true collaborative efforts is what we're all about. So we expect our members to collaborate with one another. We expect them to deliver opportunities to one another. We expect them to share opportunities with one another. We don't tell them, no, you stay in your corner, you stay in your corner. No. If you all can get together and create something magical, why not? A new business, a new strategy, a new joint venture partnership, a new agreement to help one another in one way, shape, or form. It's magical. It's magical. I love seeing it. I love being a part of it. I love being the maestro of it. And I love adding and bringing new training and new development ideas to the group. It's very, very important. Now, I said three things, right? I said these three core values of the roundtable. Now, some of them, inside of some of them, are actually, there's some principles in there, right? We don't have time to talk about that tonight. But these three core values, what do they do for us? Well, I got to tell you, a couple of years back during COVID, just before COVID hit, as a matter of fact, I decided to make a study of our group. And I really wanted to find out what the group felt about the benefits that they were receiving out of being a part of the roundtable. And so you'd be surprised. There were 26 clear benefits that people repeated over and over and over and over again. And of those 26 clear benefits, 6 came to the top of the table most often. 6 came to, this really people were really, really excited about and really, really focused. Everybody pretty much would agree these are the 6 real big benefits that the roundtable offers in organizations. I mean, in spite of the fact that it's wonderful, and in spite of the fact that they're able to develop some more responsive behavior, and it's real authentic and honest, and it's a peaceful group to belong to, and it changed their lives, and they're creating positive energy, and they're having lots of fun, and it's complete. All those things are there. But let me tell you something. The 6 most powerful benefits of the roundtable, because of the principles and how we embrace those principles, and I would say values as well. Here's what people begin to experience: phenomenal growth in their personal development and in their professional development like no other time in their lives. I mean, they are hyper skilling everything that they are doing and knowing because of their membership in the roundtable and what we deliver in terms of helping them get there and get there quickly. Tremendous confidence. When you ask a roundtable member to present their ideas and their thoughts about what they're doing, you will see that they present those ideas in a way that will draw you right in, will make you understand completely and clearly what they're saying and why they're saying it and what's important to them, what's important about that benefit they're delivering, and they have the confidence of doing it. Now, here's the important thing about confidence. When people see that you have confidence, they automatically assume that you're competent, which is a great thing, right? If you can know how to use it for good. Again, you fake it till you make it, people might be selling some false confidence out there. And that's also going to be selling some false competence, right? You can't fake this thing, because what happens when people figure it out, they're hurt. What happens when they feel wrong and they feel bad about themselves, about you, about their ability to choose and select and develop people. You don't really want to put that false confidence. You really don't want to put anything fake in front of people, especially people that you have to work with, people that you have to be around, people that you need to, feed off their energy, because you're going to ruin it, right? So confidence is another is number two aspect key that the roundtable gets, right? Another key element that roundtable members get is they feel empowered. I mean, they really feel strong, more resilient, able to conquer obstacles that are in front of them in ways that they never were able to before. They start to feel like, well, I got a team, I got a backup, I got people behind me who are going to check me out, are going to review my work, are going to test me and make sure that I'm doing the thing that I'm supposed to do the right way I'm supposed to do it. So therefore, I can move forward with confidence, right? Number four, people at the roundtable who are really, really embracing and engaging in all the training and all the things that we try to share with them are super focused on each other, super focused on winning, super focused on accomplishing things that they need to accomplish for themselves and their business. Their focus is on fleek. Even those who have a problem with focus, right? They're still able to focus a lot more than they could, and they're getting a lot more done because they're able to focus. They're building a resume, a reservoir of expertise. They can always tap into that reservoir and come back. The fifth thing that is super powerful that my roundtable members experience all the time is increased passion. Passion for working in teams, passion for working to collecting with other people, passion for leadership, passion for doing whatever that they're doing at a high level. They're starting to fall back in love with the career path that they took. And they're falling back in love with the people that are around them. They're falling back in love with the connections that they have so they can move those connections forward in a meaningful, powerful, passionate way. Great. The sixth thing that people at the roundtable experience more than anything else is the connection, a real, true, valuable, connective tissue with one another that resonates fully and completely amongst everything that they do. When they have those connections, watch out. It's just an amazing thing. They learn how to recruit the right people. They learn how to develop the right people, learn how to work with the right people, stay connected to the right people, and then use those connections to leverage those connections to create amazing benefits for themselves and for others. These are all the things that people experience when they experience a roundtable. Now, I don't know about you, that's a pretty good group. But guess what? That group is accessible. It's accessible to everybody. We have members from all over the world who join us every Tuesday on our virtual chat to discover and discuss all of the wonderful world of networking, some of which we've talked about today. But throughout the course of even a year in a membership of the Roundtable, it's going to help you grow. It's going to help you go to the places you need to go. I suggest you check it out. Take a look at it and check it out. See how it could possibly benefit you. You can find us. My information is across the screen. You can find us on LinkedIn. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Facebook. And that's our show for today. Guys, I hope you had a great time. I know I did. The show, I had to go pretty quickly because I got some things I got to get done. Some people I got to get back to, including my dad. And it's so good to talk to you all. So good to be with you all. So good to see you. Until next week, we'll see you live in South Carolina next week, man. It's gonna be really nice. Looking forward to seeing you guys and having a great time. Bye bye.